Now, if it is deemed necessary that I should forfeit my life in the furtherance of the ends of justice, and mingle my blood further with the blood of my children and with the blood of millions in this slave country, whose rights are disregarded by wicked, cruel, and unjust enactments, I say let it be done.
So said John Brown, just before he was sentenced to be hanged for treason for having led a raid on the federal armory at Harper's Ferry.
Brown's plan was to lead a guerrilla army of liberated slaves and sympathizers, hiding out in the mountains and freeing others as they went, to strike a blow at the heart of slavery in the southern states. The plan failed almost as soon as it began, and Brown was captured within a couple days of seizing the armory. But his sentencing, execution, and martyrdom succeeded in radicalizing Northern opinion on behalf of the abolitionist cause, outraging white Southerners over what they saw as a Northern-backed slave rebellion, and deepening the crisis that would lead to secession and war in 1861.
My name is Charlie Riggs, and today I'm here at Harper's Ferry.
At the confluence of the Potomac and the Shenandoah rivers in what's today West Virginia.
This summer I'll be leading a 6-week course on the American Civil War, History Boot Camp.
We'll get a chance to discuss Brown as well as a number of other figures associated with the Harper's Ferry raid and the war that followed, including Frederick Douglass, the black abolitionist orator who was Brown's friend and who declined to participate in the raid because he believed it to be a suicide mission. Robert E. Lee, who led the detachment of U.S. Marines that captured Brown in 1859, but who later became the most important general in the Confederate Army. Mary Boykin Chestnut, the Southern diarist who bitterly condemned abolitionists for hypocritically practicing, quote, the cheapest philanthropy trade in the world. Easy, she wrote, as setting John Brown to come down here and cut our throats in Christ's name. And Abraham Lincoln, at the time a rising figure in the only recently founded Republican Party, who commented on the Harper's Ferry raid, "Old John Brown has just been executed for treason against the state. We cannot object, even though he agreed with us in thinking slavery wrong. That cannot excuse violence, bloodshed, and treason. It could avail him nothing that he might think himself right."
If you're a rising junior or senior and have an interest in the Civil War period, I hope you'll join me this summer as we take a deep dive into this momentous and fascinating period in American history.